Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day. And today is Monday the 18th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day outside. Went ahead, got this morning fairly early, as I was like to do, but my wife didn't have any dogs that had to get up and early, and puppies that I had to deal with, but my wife wanted to be out of bed at like 6 a.m. and she seems to not be able to set her own alarm and get out. So set my alarm and basically got her up and basically like, nope, get out, come on, move. So she got her up. From there, I headed outside, got the dogs outside, need to be out, and then ended up hopping in the hot tub, was getting in there for a little bit and hanging out with the dogs outside and whatnot. Looked up and realized there's no lights on still in the room, and I'm like, oh bullshit. So I had to call my wife. I'm like, hey, there's no lights on, bedroom, bathroom, nothing. What's going on? You know, get up. She's, I'm awake. I'm like, you're not up. If the lights aren't on, you're not up. You got to be having the lights on to move. You made me get up early, so you got to get your butt up early and get moving, because there's a reason why you wanted up. I assume to get to work to get stuff done. So she went ahead. She finally got up. Reluctantly, she got up and started moving. From there, she was able to get a couple other things done. Nothing real major. She got off to work. I hung out with the dogs and stuff. Got out of the tub finally. Had a couple things to get done. Nothing real major. Decided I was going to run over to the tag office to get plates on my vet, and basically hopped in the car, headed over that way. Reached out to another guy that's going to help me hopefully sell some of those NASCARs that I have in Ormond. So I told him when I get done with what I was doing, I would reach out to him. Hey, quit! Please stop. Went ahead and I said I'd reach out to him. He said, you know, if he had time, he had to be at like noon. He had a interview he had to do and whatnot. So I said, well, we'll see how long it takes and we'll go from there. So got over there. It's always like an hour and a half wait and the whole bullshit. So she asked if my wife was there with me to sign the title, and I'm like, she already signed the title and stuff, so no. We're putting it in or, so it should not matter. You know, they're both here. And she's like, oh no, she's got to be here with you, and so on and so forth, and all this crap. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So she's like, yeah, you can have a power of attorney, or she has to come down, one of the two. And I'm like, well, considering the fact that it might be an hour and a half, 2 hours to see you in here to get this done, like, I'm not going to make her take off 2 hours of work to sit out here. You know, this is ridiculous. So she goes, well, you can use our power of attorney paperwork. I'm like, well, I can print off anyone, can't I? She goes, oh no, if it's not ours, it has to be all like notarized and all this kind of stuff. But if it's just on their piece of paper, apparently it doesn't have to be notarized. I don't know how that makes any sense. If I'm willing to forge your name on the title, I'm willing to forge your name on the power of attorney. So what damn difference does it make if you're not going to notarize it to prove that she signed this? I have no clue what that's all about. So the lady did go in the office, told me to wait the hour. She wanted me to wait an hour and a half to get their forms, and I'm like, I'm not waiting an hour and a half just to get forms to leave. Like, that makes no sense at all. So just left and said, hell, and she goes, well, I'll see if I can't get some. So she snuck in there, grabbed me a couple of copies of it, basically got back out, and I was like, okay, whatever, no big deal. Went over and thought, well, I gotta get insurance on the car anyway, so I stopped over at State Farm, got some insurance in the car, got that all taken care of. They couldn't figure out the payment processing, their system was down or something. Please stop, thank you, please stop. No need, no lick. So there's other stuff and whatnot. So I was like, okay, so we got insurance at least, whatever, and then had the power of attorney paperwork in me in my pocket to go take care of it. And I thought, well, I'm over here, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a haircut as well. The barbershop's just right down the street right there. So I went ahead and got that taken care of. And then said, well, I'll go up to Ormond. Please stop. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're driving. I'm talking. You're right there. It's fine. You don't need to whine. You're such a whiny dog. So I went ahead and thought, well, I'll just run up to Ormond, pack up some stuff on the house. Reached out to a buddy of mine who's gonna help me sell the stuff. He said he was the interview ran super late, so he wasn't gonna be able to go. He said I'll take his mom to the store or something. So as well, I'm going back up again Thursday, not a big deal. And then as I was driving along, noticed the highway deputy sheriff behind me, or actually passed him in the right lane, pulled up to a stoplight, and then he pulled me over, and I was like, no big deals. I pulled off the road, not impeding traffic and whatnot, pulled into a parking lot, smoking my cigar, enjoying myself, top down the car. He comes up, and I basically show him my paperwork. I said, I know you stopped me on a plate. Here's what it is. I just bought it. The tag office got the power of attorney stuff, all that kind of crap. And he informs me in Florida, I guess it's like a misdemeanor, like 6 months in jail, possibly, and $500 fine for driving a car without registration. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, no, that's like, it says on the internet you get 30 days. I said, he goes, well, show you found that, blah, blah. Iowa will give you 30 days. I'm like, so you're telling me if I bought a car, I couldn't even drive it to the tag office to get the tag and stuff? He goes, no, not at all. And I'm like, the tag office is right there. Like, I literally just left the tag office. And he's like, doesn't matter, da, da, da. And I was full on respectful to the guy. I wasn't showing him any attitude. I wasn't doing nothing. I was just like, this makes no sense at all. And he's like, you can tow your car. We do all kinds of crap. And I'm like, there's nothing we can do here. Like, what the hell? He's like, it can go a lot worse. I said, well, yeah. I said, you can start shooting me. I know how cops work. I was like trying to make some jokes and stuff, trying to lighten the mood and whatnot. And he's like, basically ran my ID and stuff. The car was technically still registered. So at that point, I could argue and say, like, I'm just driving the other guy's car. We haven't actually done the deal yet. Blah, blah, whatever. I was just like full up. I've been driving. I told my sister, but I've been driving this thing all weekend. Like, I assumed I was, clear on this. I've been driving this thing around like the whole time. Like, what the hell? I had no idea of this. I have insurance. He's like, well, because you have insurance, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut you a break. And he said in his entire career as a deputy, he's never let anybody go for this. Like, I guess every single person gets ticketed and or towed. Like, he said, it's crazy. So he said one guy even like threw a massive tizzy fit, said he was going to see him in court and everything else. And the guy he goes, I never went to court for it. So I assumed the guy, paid the damn fine, whatever, and just went on. But I looked it up and I guess it's a big deal. Like, they don't screw around here at all. Like, they're weird as hell. So I was like, hey man, he goes, well, I'm going north. And I'm like, well, I live south. And he's like, I can't tell you a deal. I'm not going to stay here and babysit you. But if you get pulled over again by, New Smyrna or Edgewater cops on the way home, he goes, they're going to call me because they're going to show up in the report that I just pulled this car over, and they're going to ask me why I let you go, and I'm going to tell them because you made me laugh, and you were funny, and you were polite, and we'll see if they're in the same mood that you are or not, or the same mood that I am or not, and let you go again. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So gave it a few beats, let him get out of sight, and just headed home, dropped the car back off the house, and then said, screw it, I'm not driving to Ormond. It was that weird, like, it's only like 20 minutes and stuff. It was the whole time frame, the delay and stuff and whatnot. And I was like, I'm not going to Ormond right now. I'm just not in the mood. So went ahead and said, hell with it. Jumped on the motorcycle, rode over to my wife's work, had her sign the power of attorney, which ironically enough, she signed and filled in her name as the person she was giving herself power to sign her own name. So, which we could have just added my information at the bottom and stuff at that point, but she screwed them both up because I gave us 2 copies and she screwed them both up. So she printed one off the internet, and when she did, she filled in the information like the car's VIN and the information of her name and stuff on the page before she printed it. Then it's for her to sign it. And when I got back, I went ahead and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Headed back, and I got to the DMV, gave my information stuff, and the lady acted like because we printed our own copy, she wasn't going to accept it. And I was like, are you shitting me? Like, come on, what the hell's the deal here? So went ahead, and they're like, well, they'll see what they say inside. The lady at the front desk was like, they're not going to accept this. And I'm like, whatever. So I was like, got the number, went basically, had a cigar over by the Intercoastal, watched some dolphins hunt and stuff, watched some dolphins snapping some fish out of the water with their tail, training a baby dolphin how to hunt, which is always a cool thing to see. I like seeing that in the spring. It's always fun. So hung out there, talked to a guy fishing and stuff, just did a little BS and stuff. Finally a text said be close, headed back over, and they locked the doors at 4:30, and I was like, okay. So I was back over by there and stuff, sitting out front, leaning against the motorcycle, and they finally called. I got a text saying my time to head in. So I got in there and stuff, and I was like, cool, everything was good. Went in, checked in the lady, showed her my paperwork, and then she had to go verify it with someone else to verify if they're going to let me accept the power of attorney, because we printed on our own paper. Like, their paper is magic, so apparently I was like, what the hell? So they also, basically, because the title had said the number, the guy had kind of wrote the price wrong and the bill of sale, so I actually had wrote the bill of sale up also because I knew they were going to complain about the price, even though it looks like I paid like $6,000 more than what the original price was there, because the way he wrote the number was wrong. And I'm like, so you think we changed it to pay you more taxes? Like, what the hell's wrong with you people? So when I realized at this point, like, next time I buy a car from a private dealer, it's going to be for like $200. I'm never telling them the truth anymore. They make everything a pain in the ass every time anyway, so there's no difference in this, no purpose in my life to try and do the right thing. So if I don't get any benefit, I get treated like crap, but I'm doing the right thing, I might as well just do the wrong thing and save myself like, $500, $600, $700, $800, in taxes. So went ahead, paid it, got my antique plate, all that good fun stuff. Told them to mail me the title because they want like $10 extra just to print the piece of paper right there to print the title in front of you instead of mailing it, which makes no sense either, but it is what it is. So when I said mail my title to me, they're like, we can leave this electronic. I said, no, I want the physical title in my hand, because otherwise I have to go down and just, I want the title in my hand. That's how I've always done business. And that way, if I wanted to sell the car, outside of tag office hours, whatever and stuff, I can do that. Also, I would, it's just, I don't know. It is what it is, what I want to have. So went ahead, had them send it to me, headed back out, got to the house, got home straight, put the plate on it, which sometimes I've been notorious for not putting my plates on or any stickers on right away, and I'm kind of bad about that sometimes. So went ahead, said hell with it, nope, plate went on straight away, did not mess around with that one iota, got that baby checked in, got that all done, and then moved the car out of the way because it was kind of had it in the driveway. I was gonna move my truck and do some stuff there, but I didn't do it. I thought I was still going to Ormond at the time, but I didn't. So I got out of the way so my wife could get there. We got a call a little bit earlier in the day asking if we could do the appraisal. We're doing an appraisal on our personal house to pull a cash out refinance, but it sounds don't say refinance because we're not refinancing, it's already paid for. So we're going to take a mortgage upon our house so we can have cash to go buy the next house we want to buy, and we can buy a house with an old roof or that doesn't pass code and stuff, whatever, so we can get it purchased, and then from there make the repairs we want at our own time instead of trying to deal the whole process with getting the loan and find out the house is appraised. And it seems like that's the way the market is. We have to have a cash only offer. So I'm going to get the cash out and just let it sit in the bank, and then I can also send along with it a screenshot of my bank account saying the fact, here's my money, here's all the cash and stuff to pay for this house and all the good things that come with it. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Yeah, so she said, hey, can I be there at 6? And I said, absolutely. If I'm not there for some reason, my wife can be. Made some jokes about the whole germs and stuff, the whole wearing a mask, all kind of junk and whatnot, whatever. And then she texted when I was on my run and said, hey, got done early and stuff, can I swing by your place? Can I be there in about 10 minutes? And I said, okay, yeah, I can make that work. I was just getting back from my run. So I hung around for her. My wife texted she's on her way home, and I'm like, oh, I hope she gets there first, because I don't want to hear the lady parked in the driveway, and then I have to, like, Karen move the car and all that good stuff. But luckily, the lady parked across the street in the neighbor's yard, and then, which is still annoying. Why would you park in somebody else's yard? At least park in my yard, like if I'm the one you're coming to see, but people are weird. So I went ahead and parked across the street so my wife could have access to the driveway. Got there, showed her the house. She was there all of about 7 minutes. I had to put the dogs up. So I put the dogs in the backyard. She got there. She took a bunch of pictures in the house. She took like one photo of each room. They were horrible photos, like just quickly snap pictures and stuff. Didn't ask square footage, didn't ask none of that crap. Asked a couple of things like, the age of stuff. I said brand new, air conditioner, like literally just a couple months old, new on-demand hot water heater also and whatnot, and pretty much is it. Then I brought the dogs back inside, took her outside so she'd get photos of the property from the outside, and she's scared of dogs, so that's why I was like, no big deal, make it work. So I took her around the back, got all the pictures of the house, and she left. She was there like all of 10, 11 minutes, whatever, and it's $600 for what she's charging to do this. And she's gonna go home, she's gonna pull up a few comps online, and then she's gonna tell us what the house is worth, and then we can see how much the mortgage company will give us for the property. So yeah, and we're gonna pull out as much cash as we can out of it, basically all but 20%. So it looks like we put 20% down, so we're not paying a PMI, and then go from there. So then we'll have that cash plus the cash we have, which is like about $130. I think we have about $130,000 cash left right now of our own money, and then with whatever we get the mortgage or our house, we'll either use that to buy another place, or I'm going to go buy a chunk of land and start building, because I'll have the cash in my hand. I can start building a house and then just making my monthly payments on my mortgage on my house that I have at the time. So that'll have all my cash laid out, not trying to do financing on a home mortgage loan, construction loans, and all kind of crap's a pain in the butt. So yeah, that's pretty much the goal. Got that all taken care of, grabbed a shower. We had some leftover ham that we had, and then Mom made up some potatoes and vegetables from like some kind of frozen meal thing she had, and it was not good. They were all chewy, and they were just gross, and they were not impressed with them at all. So went ahead, we talked about not buying that again. So definitely that one's off our list now of things we'd want to purchase again for food. So, which she was excited about, the fact she just have a batch of potatoes in the freezer whenever needed kind of thing and whatnot. So it would be nice. Yeah, when you're on the road. Yeah. Fucking good shit. Jesus Christ. Trucks in on the parking spot on the road there, parked on the road. The idiot talking in the door walks back and then stops like 2 feet from the edge of the road, then tells me to swing through. I'm gonna hit you with my mirror. Move the hell back. You walked back 7, 8 feet. Walk back the next 2 so I can get through you. But people are dumb. So yeah, went ahead. Not having those frozen potatoes around is definitely not something that we're gonna have on our list, because those were gross. So yeah, from there, hung out with the dog. Everything was good there. Just chilled outside. Yeah, pretty much easy peasy day. Gave back. Tiller went home. I'm gonna miss that dog. He's a good dog. He's a really good old dog. So definitely sad to see him go. But they were back from their trip. That was all hunky dory. Everything was fine there. So got myself a nice little cigar outside. Enjoyed the evening and wrapped it up. Called it a day. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.